There we
There
go.
we
Hello,
go.
hello. Welcome everybody to our sheet pan freezer meal workshop. We are so excited to bring this to you literally across multiple time zones, multiple states, multiple ambassadors and friends, and some of you joining in just to check it out. We are so glad whatever brought you here. This is literally our passion, is to bring people together around good food. And we were so excited when these meals were rolled out. So thank you, a huge thank you goes out to Tara, who is an ambassador in Arizona, who created these as originally they were fresh meals, but they have been adapted and evolved to be freezer meals. So if you're brand new to Epicure, I am so excited that you're here. I hope that you are going to have just a fantastic experience, because one of the things that we are just all about is good food real fast. And we have so many solutions that can help you with that. This is just one of them. So I'm Stacey Woodworth. I am in Northern Illinois and have partnered with a couple of our teammates across North America to do this today. So I'm going to let Meredith just speak real quickly. Then Jenny's going to speak, and then we're going to get started making meals. How does that sound?
Sounds awesome. Hi, everybody. It's Meredith Hendricks. I am actually in Central Illinois, and I've got a little guest here. She's hiding off camera, but so a few things I wanted to share were just some freezer meal tips as far as just putting these together and some things to look out for. So the first one is when you're putting your freezer bags in the freezer, I'll just use this as an example. Make sure that as you're freezing them in your freezer, you do not put these on the grates in the freezer. Yes, Stacy has also learned the hard way, as have I, that if you just set them in there while they're not frozen, they will seep through those grates and freeze. I've had to get the blow dryer out, and yeah. So if you could put a piece of cardboard in there, or a freezer tray, or your cookie sheet, something down that's flat that you can freeze those meals on. Second thing, and Stacy, I think you already mentioned this, but double bagging. So got all our double bags here, but so put your meal in one bag and then double bag it to avoid leaks. So I personally have not had one, but Stacy, I know you have. Again, lesson learned, just double bag them. You can always you can reuse that second bag if you don't have a leak. So third thing is not related to these meals particularly, since these are sheet meals, but one thing you can do as you're freezing your meals is put them in the shape of the steamer or the dish that you're going to cook them in. So like if you were doing a casserole, freeze it in your freezer in that casserole dish even, and then take it out, foil it, or use a baggie, whatever size it is. So it's ready when you thaw it out to put it back in that container to cook it. So I do that with a lot of meatloafs. I just take my rectangular steamer, freeze the meat in there so it's shaped like that, and then I can cook it when I'm ready. And if you've got any missing ingredients, so if you're putting this together and you say, oh, shoot, I didn't grab that green pepper, write it on your bag. Put that on your bag so you don't forget that. At the time you go to cook it, you can just throw your green pepper in then. And then last tip, and this is a small one, but when you're double bagging, if you've got your recipe and want to put it on the outside of your, let me demo, you've got your freezer meal, put it in your secondary safety bag, and then put your recipe inside. So the recipe is protected, but you still have it with the meal. You can always print them and keep them separate, but this is just another idea of things to do with your recipes or day of instructions. So that's what I got for you, Stacy. What y'all think?
Awesome. Those are fantastic tips, Meredith. We so appreciate it. And I just want to give Meredith a big shout out because she is celebrating an anniversary with Epicure. 2 years, right?
Yep.
2 years as an Epicure ambassador. And if you've not heard just about the health changes she's made for herself, I really encourage you. She has a fantastic just wellness journey she's been on, and she encourages, inspires just all of us in our team and in our community, and we are so blessed. So thank you so much for those tips. So
Yes,
excited that
thank you.
yeah, I appreciate that. Jenny, what are you going to share with us, my friend?
Hey everyone, I'm Jenny. I am down actually in super rainy Florida. So those race fans out there, it is raining. I'm like 20 minutes from Daytona Beach. It's terrible. It's been raining for 2 days in Florida. We do not like that. We want to know where the sunshine is. But yeah, so I'm super excited. I have some people here in the house that are joining us as well. But yeah, I personally just want to share how much freezer meals have made a difference in my life. Much like Meredith, having gone on a weight loss journey myself, having meals ready to go has made my normal, very crazy, busy life super easy. I work a 9 to 5, which oftentimes ends up being more like, 10 to 8. And so having meals ready to go, the sheet pan meals that we have here are some of my favorite. We've been testing all week, trying all of these different recipes. But I love that you just defrost, you come home, you throw it on a sheet pan, put it in the oven, and you can get the other stuff done, right? Whether that be prepping for lunches, cleaning dishes, helping with homework, whatever you need to do. Sheet pan meals are probably one of my favorite ways to cook. So that was really what I wanted to share. I know Meredith just shared a lot of the tips, but these products and the ones you're going to go home with, 5 totally different spices, all sorts of different flavors. And for those of us that are here, we've got some breakfast and lunch prep ideas that we'll be sharing after the workshop as well. So super excited to get not only dinners ready, but some different ideas for breakfast and lunches. So can't wait to get them all ready with you guys.
Awesome. Yes. And again, a huge thank you to Jenny and friends for joining us from Florida. I'm just so encouraged and inspired also by Jenny, her positivity in our team, in our community. So again, I love what we do here, but I think I've also just been so blessed by the people. And I just want to take a second to just honor you two for stepping up and partnering with me to get this project off the ground. But also want to shout out Lori and Dawn, who are doing this in Maine, I think in a basement. So their reception might be a little spotty. But I see that we've got Misty on as well, full-time nursing professional. But this makes a difference for her family. Ray is here. He has a huge success story with his health. But again, we are so blessed, not only by this food, but by this positive community. And I would not be doing my job if I didn't just pause for a second and say, this is something that everybody is invited to. When most of us started with Epicure, we didn't envision this as a business. For most of us, it was a way that we wanted to help our own families and help some friends. So I know for me, I loved the idea of freezer meals. This is actually how I learned to do some meal prep. And when I learned that I could do this with these delicious spices that are super clean, have ingredients that I'm really proud of, I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to share this with friends. I need this, they need this. And from there, it has just evolved. So if you are looking for a secondary income stream, something to add to your budget, if you're looking for a positive community, if you're looking to make health changes, I just want to invite you to learn a little bit more about what we do as Epicure ambassadors. We are super excited. We are coming up on our 5th anniversary in the United States, and we do have a really special offer for the next wave of ambassadors that join us. So if that's something you want more information about, ask your ambassador, reach out. It's just a conversation. We just want to answer questions and see if this would be a good fit for you, okay? So now let's get to the meat and potatoes, or meat and veggies. So what we're going to do, just by way of this recording, is that we're going to walk through the first meal. Then we can stop the recording and have some conversation. But we just want to show you, Meredith has shared a ton of great tips. We're going to show you this, as well as Jenny has prepared, like she said, we have got some great recipe ideas for you to use up your extra products. And I hope that we can have some conversation around other ideas or other things that you love. These may be products that have been in your pantry, or you're just getting them for the first time and like, what else can I do with them? So these meals are going to show you one way. Jenny's got some breakfast and lunch ideas, as well as there is recipes right on the package and on the website. I do want to just share, spice lovers, if you are a spice lover, go about your business, follow the recipes as written. If you are spice sensitive, I'm speaking to you, so you are not mad at us later. Cajun and fajita are two that just bring a lot of flavor. Some will call it spicy, some will just say it's big. Whatever that is, you just might, I would encourage you to dial back by at least half. You can always add more later. But they're big on flavor. We don't have the fillers, so they're big on flavor. So the girl who wrote these recipes lives in Arizona. And as you can see, when she says 3 tablespoons of seasoning, she has no problem with spice. I backed everything down by half and it passed the 12-year-old taste test so far. So how is that going over with everybody? Is that making sense? Okay, perfect. All right, you guys. So this is where the fun begins. If you have your first bag out, this is all we're going to do. You should have in your bag already your cut up sausage and grape tomatoes. And all you're going to add to that is oil and then your herb and garlic dip mix. So I suggest a bowl because then your bag doesn't fall over, especially when we get busy with tomato sauces and crushed tomatoes and all that. This just frees up your hands. This will have your bag to just stand open. I also just fold it back because I have made a mess of my seals. So I'm kind of messy. But you can go ahead, if you've not already, add in your oil, add in your herb and garlic dip mix, and then you're just gonna mix them around. This is what is so fun about this. And you can measure with your heart, or you can have 1 tablespoon that you keep for wet things and 1 tablespoon that you keep for dry things. If you are a first-time sheet pan, or excuse me, first-time freezer meal person, you may be like me. I just thought everything had to be done perfectly, and it doesn't. I hope this will educate you that you can really have some freedom with different meats and veggies that you add in, as well as the quantity. So I oftentimes add way more veggies than a recipe calls for, but I'll often leave the spice the same. So again, you're going to add in your oil and your seasoning, and then you just seal it up. Then you're going to mix things, get those seasonings all mixed around. This is the great part. We are going to take a couple of hours here to prep these meals, but now all the seasoning is done before freezing. Just like Meredith shared, she said some great tips there. And just to review with you, you're going to want to get the air out of there. This is a great time to double bag. So drop this one into your extra bag. And again, Meredith said it, but I'll just repeat it. It's worth repeating. Double bag, because if it leaks, then you also now have the challenge of cleaning the refrigerator. If it doesn't leak, then you just reuse those outer bags. You can, if you printed out your recipes, you could drop it in here right now. This also makes a great way that you can bless a friend. Maybe somebody's recovering from a surgery, a new neighbor moved in. How awesome would it be that you could just take them this great meal? With these, you just want to look. There are some things that you're going to need day of cooking, but this meal is ready to go. And then just like Meredith said, you would be wise to just stack these flat on your tray and then put them into the freezer so nothing is sticking through your baskets or whatever. But just that fast, we have one dinner prepped and in the bag and ready to go. And then at mealtime, again, you've got those recipes. You can see what's going to be awesome is you just need to simply remember to thaw the meal. These might, you might even leave a couple of these out for this week. Think ahead. What have you got going on this week? Which night are you going to use one of your meals? Those just pop into the fridge. The rest go into the freezer. But when you pull it out of the freezer and put it into your fridge to thaw, then you get home from work, put that oven on, and then you just simply dump this bag out on here. So that dinner is just cooking on your sheet pan. And if you've got Epicure's sheet pan liner, you also know that cleanup is going to be super simple because you can take all of our purple silicone goes right into the dishwasher. So that is what I wanted to do for the recording. I'm going to leave it open for a second. If there's any questions, I can get that on the recording. Otherwise, we'll stop and we'll just open it for conversations. So Ray, the recipe was to add 3 tablespoons of oil. And then the gnocchi is one of the things that you're going to add day of cooking. You're absolutely right. So that was on your, you'll see that on your day of grocery shopping list, or you can print off all the recipes like this. And then you're right. This is one that you're going to combine all of that with your gnocchi, let it cook. The gnocchi will actually cook in the juices. And then you're going to fold in some spinach and have this wonderful herb and garlic gnocchi sausage sheet pan dinner. That just sounds so decadent to me. There you go, Ray. Yeah. Awesome. Anything I'm forgetting, Mare or Jenny? Anybody have questions? So if you're one of the people that is here just as a guest, oh, go ahead, Mare. I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
Nope. I was just gonna say I can't think of anything else.
Awesome. Stick around. Don't go anywhere, guys. I know you've got people in your kitchen, but if you are one of the people that is catching this on the replay, or you're here as a guest and you would like to see more, reach out to your ambassador. We can share more. Again, the bundle, there was 5 Epicure products. You just need to get the ones if you don't have them. But this bundle was a great bundle. It was just around $45. But then you get with that grocery shopping list, prep instructions, and then these beautiful recipes. So again, you can customize them and make them so your family enjoys them. I know we did the sheet pan fajitas. We opted for shrimp instead of steak. That went over beautifully. The chicken parmesan, so good. And we're looking forward to tonight. We're making the pork chop dinner. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who is watching this on the replay. We so appreciate that you took the time. And we hope that you will reach out to your ambassador, comment in their Facebook groups, post on your wall that you did this, and just tag them. It's just a great way that helps them to reach more people. And we just appreciate that.
Yes, thank you guys for joining.